Hey there, Internet. R. Felix Finch here with the one, the only, the amazing Miss Melina. Melina, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, as per usual.
As per usual. Now, you were there during like both the women's era and the divas era of WWE, and we're seeing the women get a resurgence once again. Like, how do you feel about this?
I don't see it as a resurgence. Women's wrestling was always there, but either you wanted to see it or you didn't. And even though, like, the divas were always there, but you either saw it or you didn't. So to me, it's like shocking. I grew up watching wrestling, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. So it's weird how we got stuck with the label of divas being bad. I guess because of the Diva Search, but at the same time, the Diva Search created amazing wrestlers, as well as having like indie wrestlers be the wrestlers that also worked with us. I just don't understand the whole taboo of the term divas. So resurgence, I'm like, it was always there, but because we're named divas, it doesn't matter whether we're divas, women's wrestlers, whatever you want to call it, we still got the job done. We still wrestled to the best of our abilities. We still had Falls Count Anywhere, first Falls Count Anywhere, first I Quit match, first everything, and we still made history, but we were just called divas. So Women's Revolution, it started the day women started wrestling. So it started a long time ago. It's nothing new.
You say you grew up. Was there anybody you particularly looked to for inspiration as you were performing yourself?
Well, when it came to like female wrestlers it's still female wrestlers, female managers, valets, Sensational Sherry. I'm always open about saying that. And as I grew up, when it came to the 90s, I loved all the women. I loved Jazz and Jacqueline, actually. Like, I love them so much, and they don't get enough credit. Like, we love Trish, we love Lita, but I feel like Jazz and Jacqueline don't get the credit they deserve. I love Jacqueline's kicks and flexibility. Like, I love her kicks. Like, I wish I could kick the way she did. And Jazz was just like, knocking people down. And then another person who's also that era and this era is Lisa Marie, and she didn't get enough credit that she deserves. And she was a person that I looked up to too, because she, in my mind, when it came to where everybody loved like dark, blonde hair, she looked like me, and I thought, I love her. I love her.
I do believe, weren't you Lisa Marie's final match just recently?
Yeah, I didn't know it was her final match. Like, I knew she was saying that like this year was her final year, but I didn't think I was gonna be her final match. So it's like an honor, but I wish I could have done more. Like, it's just knowing how wonderful she is and what she deserves, and you don't want to see her leave. You know what I mean? You don't want to see her say goodbye, but at the same time, I get it, and you got to appreciate the people while you can. People sometimes, what kills me is that there's some people disrespect her, and it's like because she's so sweet, because she's so kind in real life, that they disrespect her because they're like, oh, whatever, you're not badass. No, she's badass. But you know what? She's strong in the fact that she's nice to you, and you should be grateful for that. And she's fun. She can find the positivity and the happiness in the worst of situations. Respect that. And when it comes down to wrestling, she could kick your ass.
Yeah, that's one thing when you're telling me people are saying that she wasn't badass, like she was the most badass to me. Like that's why she's one of my favorites.
God. So I've cut a video, so I'm trying to like edit a video so that I can put out like to say thank you to her. And I look at her footage and I remember all this stuff, and it's like she was oh my gosh, she was so badass, and she still is. She still is to this day. And I just like think people need to respect that and acknowledge that. And a lot of people do, but there's some people who don't, and I'm just like, how? Why? What?
So you're still performing to this day. Jazz is actually working down in Texas. Maybe we can get you and Jazz on a match together at some point.
That would be amazing. Oh my goodness. Like that, I would like to see that story. I would love to see that story unfold, because it's like the difference between my character and how I was a valet, and I was like this Hollywood girl, and I was like a little princess, and I'm trying to make my way of being more than that. And then her character is, she just always was a badass, always. And what her role in wrestling is, she toughens people up. That's what she does. And for me, it's like whether it's a win or a loss, having a match with her makes you a stronger individual and makes you a stronger wrestler. You survive that, and you know that wrestling is your calling.
It's interesting because like this is really the first time I've spoken with you, and I haven't really even heard some interviews from you. It's so good to hear you speak so passionately about wrestling. Like, so this has just been a lifelong kind of dream for you that you're still living?
I'm still living because the thing is that I never knew it was my calling. You hear people say like, I watched wrestling and I knew that's what I was supposed to do. I was meant for that. I didn't know. I just knew I loved it, and I thought I was taught that you're supposed to take a different route. You're supposed to go to school. You're supposed to do this and this and that. But it was presented to me, like life went a certain way where it's like the doors led me to this. This is what the path that life took me to. And then I realized, oh my God, this could be a thing. I could actually do this for a living. And then I knew at that point where you realized like I could do this. It wasn't just because I did it for conditioning. I loved it so much that I thought, oh, I'm gonna do it for cardio and da-da-da-da-da.
I'm going to do it for cardio. It's hard enough to get people to do cardio for this.
I did wrestling as if it was a yoga class. I was just like, I love this. This is fun. I could do this. Oh, that's cool. And then when Dr. Tom scouted me, he's like, no, you can do this. You have a look. You have like the way you take bumps and all this stuff. And I was just like, I could do this as a career? Like, I didn't think that it could be possible for me being like, I don't know, I guess ethnic in that age where I'm like, no, I don't, like, I'm not pretty, I'm not this, I'm not that. And then when he told me that, I was like, I could do this? And then it snapped. I want to do this. I want to see if I could do this. And then it was my mission to see if I could do this. Or not even see, I knew in my heart, this is what I'm going to do.
All right, well, this has been absolutely wonderful. For anybody that wants to find Melina these days, where can we all find you?
On Twitter and Instagram, @RealMelina. On Facebook, it's realmelina.com. And Snapchat, real_Melina. And YouTube, @RealMelina.
What can we find at your YouTube?
And NWA.
oh, at NWA, really?
Yes.
Is that something we're not supposed to know yet?
It's already out there, though, a little bit. So sorry if I spoiled everything.
It's between us. Thank you very much.